Welcome to StreetMotoZ. I've been having a problem with my motorcycle lately. Ever since I tightened the back chain, the motorcycle pulls to the left slightly when I'm driving. At medium speeds, like 35 miles per hour or 40 miles per hour, and it pulls to the left. So I've been doing some research, and I think I've got the back axle not squared. I checked the marks. Here's the left side mark. You can see it's just like 2 notches and a little bit more from the front part. And here's the right axle mark. They look to be the same. But then I've read a little bit and I've heard some people talking about these marks on the back of the Ninja 650s and some of the other motorcycles are not 100% accurate. And then I learned that we can do some measurements. We can measure the swing arm. This is the swing arm here, and it comes all the way up, and here's the pivot point of the swing arm right here. It pivots. It comes all the way up to the axle. And this is the center of the axle. This is the center of the swing arm. So we can take that measurement from here to here. And then on the other side, take the same measurement for this swing arm on this side from here to here. And these swing arms are connected in the middle. So measure this from the pivot point of the swing arm all the way to the rear axle in the very center. And those measurements should be exactly the same. So let's measure those and see what we get. We're going to measure the left side and see what the distance is from the swing arm pivot point to the very center of the axle. I did take off this rubber covering here so I can find the center of the axle. So let's measure that. That is exactly 21 3/4 inches. That's 21.75. Now let's measure the right side. We're going to measure from the swing arm pivot point to the very center of the axle. That is exactly 21 10/16. So I'm going to put those on some paper. Let's take a look at it and see what it looks like. This is the representation of the motorcycle of the Ninja 650 2023 that I have. And as you can see, this is the swing arm. The pivot point is here, and the rear axle is right here. This is a drawing of the Ninja 650 from a top-down view. You can see the front wheel here, the handlebars here, the back wheel here, and this is the swing arm. So the measurements I got on the left side was 21 12/16. The right side is 21 10/16, which means it's like the back of the back wheel is being pulled to the right. It's like this direction. I'm going to go out there and loosen up both bolts on the back wheel and align the back wheel so both sides are the exact same measurement. Let's go give that a shot. Now I need to loosen up the rear axle nuts and adjust the rear axle so it's perfectly square. I have the torque wrench set at 105 Newton meters, which is the setting that the operator's manual requires. So I'm going to torque this down. That's it. Let's roll this out. And let's also double check the measurements on each side. Even after we've torqued it down, we want to make sure nothing's shifted on us. 21 3/4. And the nut cover back on. And we're all done. After finishing the repairs, I took the Ninja 650 out on the highway to give it a test. And here I'm testing it. I'm taking my hands off the steering wheel and just barely applying a little bit of pressure on the accelerator. And it feels really solid. There is no pull left. There is no pull right. It's just going straight as an arrow. I slowed down to about 40 miles an hour. So that whole range between 40 and 55, it's nice and straight. Hope you like this video. Like and subscribe. And remember, it's not about the destination. It's about the ride, baby. Still got my Dragonfly buddy.